All that falls into the past disappears.
Whoa.
These memories will fade, as will I. Here's the screenshot. Is that if that is of interest to you? All
No,
that
that's pretty
fades
good.
into the past disappears. These memories will fade, as will I.
Man. How often do
There
you
it
think
is.
about that?
Um, I brought that up in a way that I think might not be what the reason that you think I brought that up.
I was actually thinking about my mortality like 3 days ago, and I didn't plan this, and I'm just remembering that. And I had like a 30-minute walk around my property with the dogs, and I was like, man, it's getting cold out here. Winter's coming.
Oh my God.
I had a little existential crisis for like a quick 30 seconds before I hopped back onto a Zoom call. But in which way did you mean this?
So a big thing that we're going to be talking about today, I think, is that we just kind of wanted to do a completely spoiler discussion about the ending of the game, because you and I haven't really had the time or the space to really talk about the kind of final act of Legends Z-A.
Yeah.
And we talked a lot about the beginning and a lot of the setup and a lot of the characters, but we didn't, so much kind of happens from going down into Lysander's lab, into the final moments of the game, and then hitting credits, and then some stuff after the credits, that I think I wanted to open with that particular quotation. Just to say that so much about this game has slipped through my fingers. It is gone with the wind.
Oh yes.
And I think that it is
it doesn't stick the landing.
I think there is a story meant to be forgotten here.
Okay, I'm trying to understand how poetic you're being right now, or if you're, because I'm getting confused, and I don't know if you're actually just being poetic, and I just don't understand it, or if like
I'm not being
you're
poetic
just
at all.
You're just disappointed.
Yeah, I'm disappointed.
Okay.
I think that this is a story that, like, the Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote jumps onto a diving board into a pool only to realize that it was a hyper-realistic drawing of a pool on pavement and slams into the ground. I find... No, please.
I'm remembering how much we've actually played separately, because we haven't hit anything. There really hasn't... I don't think we've really... I'm looking at my notes, and I feel like we left off at the first 20% of the game. So not even the end game needs to be discussed, but the whole core of the game. Tell me this. Just lay it out. What do you think? What do you think was most disappointing to you at the end? Like, I guess when we're talking about the landing, like, where did you see the story going? And I guess I'm also thinking about our previous episode where we kind of debated what the theme of this game would be. And there were a lot of different touch points that could have maybe come together in the end. And I think I've also been a little disillusioned with some of the ideas that I was pretty adamant about, like the idea of like free will.
Yeah, that was definitely something that had not permeated in the same way for me that it did for you. But I think what I am disappointed about with this game is that I think that the game thinks it is doing all of this stuff, that there are all of these different ideas in the game, and ultimately that might be true, but my disappointment is that I don't think that this game is prepared to take a step beyond kind of setting ideas up, and it never knocks them down and says anything about them. So for example, I think it's obvious to anybody who has played Pokemon Legends Z-A that a component of Pokemon, an idea that the game is interested in, is the idea of balance. Okay?
Yeah.
So the game is concerned very directly with wanting to balance the needs of people and Pokemon, right?
Yep.
And there's wild zones that kind of are meant to literalize that idea. It's like, oh, okay, wild zones are popping up. People feel all sorts of different ways about them. And I think that you see this idea permeate in a few ways, right? We know that the game is interested in balance, not just because it says the word balance, but because like every time you meet a new character in the story, you meet the fighting guy,
Yeah.
and he is balanced out by being paired with the ghost type trainer.
Yeah, that's a good read. Yeah.
And then the poison type guy is balanced out by being paired up with his little underling, the steel type guy.
Sure.
And the electric girl streamer is paired up with the grandpa, who's a ground type. And even the two fire type people in Team Flare, you've got the it's kind of like talking about different kinds of fires. One burns brighter and faster than the other one, and one's a slower burn.
You're fighting
which is
fire
why,
with fire.
Well, one uses quick balls and the other one uses timer balls. So nice. It's like we're saying something, right? And I think that there is a kind of Pokemon fan that thinks that noticing this is meaning, that this is saying something. And my read on this game is that this is not enough. This is all set up. Because ultimately, what does the game actually say about balance when we get into its final moments? What is the kind of declaration about balance? Because, so for example, I think based on everything I said so far, a reasonable conclusion to draw would be balance is achieved when two opposing forces are working together. You know, the fighting type guy, Ivor, he can't even hold his phone.
Yeah.
He can't even, because he breaks it.
Sure.
So he needs his counterpart to achieve a kind of balance, right?
Yeah.
But now let's look at the final act of this game. Angie Floette.
Sure. Yeah.
Angie Floette.
Yeah. I got corrected a couple times. I heard someone say, I've been saying Ange. I like Angie. Angie sounds...
No, I'm 100% going Angie.
Angie's good. Yeah. I've swapped. I've come on to Team Angie.
Okay, thank you.
Big Aerosmith fan as well, but yeah, I keep going. Yeah.
But it's funny to me. It's like you've got this. So first off, you've got the ultimate weapon, which is one part of the ultimate weapon is about mass death, and the other part is about eternal life. So this is again another thing that is about opposing forces acting together. But the way that like Angie Floette kind of interacts with this device, the way that you have AZ, who is the, I would say, literalization of eternal life.
Yeah.
And then Lysander, who is maybe the literalization of mass death. These concepts do not coalesce into anything. They simply stop talking to each other. They are not interested in talking to each other at all. And no emotional or theoretical or philosophical conclusions are reached by the game's ending, to the point that, like, if you think about eternal life and we say, okay, eternal life is bad, we spelled that out, right?
Yeah.
AZ was miserable. He lived with regret. The mega Pokemon who are mega forever, who don't have the timer, they're in pain. They're in pain, right? And then we get to the end of the game and the game goes, hey, you know what our answer is? ZA Royale Infinite. Infinite is good.
Which is eternal. Yeah.
The constant pursuit of balance, which I'm like,
Sure,
no, you can't do this. You can't tell me that infinity is bad for the whole game and then go, okay, here's our final thing, infinity.
Yeah.
And I think that there's like a way to read this to like argue the opposite of what I'm arguing. But I think my overall point is that having these little like, oh, did you notice thing? Did you notice? Oh, the fighting type guy is with a ghost type trainer. Oh, the poison type guy is this. I feel like this stuff is only as interesting and as meaningful as noticing it. And then it doesn't go any deeper than that. So it ends up being thin and boring, and it doesn't say anything besides like you as the audience member going, oh, they really thought about this.
Yeah.
They made it so. Oh, they picked all of these things.
Yeah.
I think that there's like a fundamental misunderstanding of what stories and what storytelling is here, because it feels like everything is static. Like the characters are made to exist, not to tell a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which feels, again, all the aspects of this game that I was picking up on drove me to think about free will. And I think what you're talking about is like the manifestation of like the opposite of that. I feel like when I was going through this game, every single character, NPC, everyone, right, wanted to achieve something. They had some sort of mission that they were driving towards. And I felt like there were also like ended up being no stakes at the end of the game. Is that something that you ever thought about?
I don't know if stakes is the word that I would use, because I think that there's like the mega Pokemon, the danger, the city is in danger. I think I see stakes there. I
Okay.
think what do you
I
when
maybe-
you say that, what do you mean?
I'm
Yeah.
thinking about like sacrifice, right? Or I'm thinking about like, yeah, I think when I got to the end of the game,
Oh, so like personal stakes.
not, yeah, I guess personal stakes, but also from the characters. Like I feel like no one lost anything but AZ, right?
Mm.
And did AZ even
yeah.
lose anything? I mean, he lost his life, I guess, but
Mhm.
um,
But did AZ losing his life feel connected to anything like why
No.
did what
didn't-
did
it didn't.
AZ dying then tell you? And I think
I think it would, what I was expecting, because again, from the perspective of me playing the game, AZ was this weird guy that was in the hotel and I was living in his hotel, but he wasn't one of my friends. I never battled with him, right? If we're in Pokemon terms, right? How do you bond with someone? You battle them, right? If it's a Pokemon, you capture it. That's friendship. That's a bond. AZ, I have no relation to. He's just, he's like, I don't even know. Like what, he would be like, he'd be like a random NPC in Pallet Town who I talked to one time in the beginning of the game, right? He's the Safari Warden. He's just an irrelevant character. That's how I felt. And by the end of the game, I was hoping for some sort of payoff or sacrifice. I was expecting some sort of sacrifice from my actual friends, right? The people who, right? Someone like Tawny, right? Maybe someone like Naveen. I don't know. And I feel like
you're looking for consequences.
Yeah, consequences. Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
stakes.
so-
That's stakes. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. So
Okay.
I think like the yeah. So I think what you're describing, what I'm hearing is that everything that's important about AZ is expository. It's told to us. It's
Yes.
he
Yeah,
did
yeah.
this
Yes.
off screen. He was in this old game. He's related to these elements.
Yeah.
But AZ, in terms of an active player in the story that is unfolding throughout the game, I think you could probably lift AZ out of the game and not suffer any
Yes. Yeah.
kind of material change. And
It,
it's tough.
yeah, and I feel like it would have been so much cooler if, again, it was our decisions, or maybe Team MZ, right? It's what we did. And I guess we do get involved with the whole plot. Like we are central to or not the plot, but the climax of right, when Angie Floette erupts, right? I guess we are at the heart of that. But I guess I don't know.
I'm gonna push back on that, because I think we are at the heart of that almost by sheer coincidence.
Yes.
It's not saying anything that we are at the heart of it, because it's
Yeah.
like, you know.
And there are other
there's
there's other like rank A players.
No, everybody's there.
Everyone's
there.
a team.
It's
Yeah.
meaningless.
Yeah.
It's meaningless. Our strength is flattened. Everyone by the end is just as strong as everyone else. It is the title of being the strongest Mega Evolution user is ultimately worthless and meaningless and fake. And we just hand off Floette to Tawny to exist off screen and do literally nothing.
Literally nothing.
I can only assume they are simply sitting at the top of the tower holding hands until the game is over.
Yeah.
It is dramatically so like boring and meaningless. I think that the entire fight with the tower and Zygarde and all of that stuff is
It also felt pretty
just nothing.
disjointed from the rest of like the battle system that we like. What are those flowers that pop up? You think? I don't know. I feel like I don't know. There could have been a lot of things there, but everyone told me that the last scene of this game was gonna make me cry, because everyone's crying online.
Yeah,
and what
I
I
wanna
was
talk about
expecting, and this is like the stakes I was talking about. I was expecting, right? We can look at the history. We can look at what we learn in the game about AZ living forever and how horrible of a curse that is, right? I was expecting, and we see L as well, right? There's like multiple characters from history who, whatever. They're living their sentence. I was expecting, I'm like, okay, Tawny really wants to go up to the top of the tower with the Mega Floette. What if she's, based on this decision that she wants to make in order to save Lumiose, she is now, left with some sort of mark, right? Could Tawny become eternal Tawny and be, but she's like comfortable in her decision to make that sacrifice for the city? Like, that's what I was expecting something like that, and then she pops out of the tower and she's smiling and she's like, "Wow, what an adventure that was," you know. That's
Yeah,
one.
I
That's
guess
just
I-
one little. That's like one thing that like I was expecting based on all the hype around how emotional the finale would have been. You know.
I guess this doesn't really solve anything for me if I'm being honest though, because my problem with the events that unfold in the end is not like that I need more stuff to happen. It's that I need the stuff to like say something, and I need it to be in
Yeah,
line
sure.
with the messaging of the game.
I think what
Like,
I just presented is not in line with that, but I'm just grasping at something that would have made me, you know, actually maybe like cry or something, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like my best friend, my rival is imprisoned. I'm going to go on, I'm going to die and it'll be peaceful and she's going to be whatever. But I hear what you're saying because eternal life is not a good thing.
But I don't know. Maybe it is. There's no like revelation in this
Sure.
game. There's no like if somebody asks me what this game is about, it's like I'm like, I don't know, dominoes falling over.
Yeah.
It's about dominoes falling, and a bunch of people say stuff around
Yeah.
the dominoes that you think is going to mean something, but then at the end of the day, Zygarde shows up and beats the bad guy, and you go home.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you think
and-
do
yeah.
you think it's supposed to be left, that question is supposed to be left unanswered? Like,
No,
is eternal
I think,
life?
I think that it is. I think that this is a failing of the story.
Okay,
I
yeah.
think that, yeah. Truthfully, I honestly think that there is. This is. It's so obvious to me that the game is unprepared to handle the level of interrogation that. Okay. Oh my God. Oh, I'm
Let's
about to
go.
say
No, let's
something
go.
so
Let's go.
mean.
Let's go.
Yeah. So okay. So there's this thing that people say about Pokemon games sometimes that I really don't like. It gets under my skin when people deploy this, and I'm about to deploy it myself.
Oh, here
But
we go.
people often say this thing where they are like, these are games made for children,
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
a way of diffusing a high level of interrogation with the game. It's like, stop thinking about it so much. These are games made for children, and I think that there is a way of like interrogating any piece of art that is with like a high degree of proficiency. I don't think that's like a fair thing to say, but where I do come down on this game in that it is made for children in that you cannot think about the ideas the game presents at any level of depth. You can only
Yeah.
think about the shallow that
Yeah.
once you observe that that there are pairs of characters that are opposites put together. Once you observe the kinds of Pokeballs that trainers use, once you observe, like, it doesn't go any deeper than trivia. And I think that the story is trivia. I think that the story is not trying to say something as much as it's trying to be like, look, Lysander is going to
Is
be alive for
alive.
3,000
Yeah,
years
yeah.
now. Look, Zygarde came and did this transformation.
Yeah.
Look, it's like just trying to say
Yeah.
point at stuff in its own world, and I don't think it's trying to say anything because frankly, I think that once you do interrogate this game at a higher level, you start to draw some conclusions that, like I said with the ZA Royale Infinite, start to cross over each other, or maybe some conclusions that aren't so great. Do you remember when the protesters show up outside of Quasartico Inc.?
No, I forget it.
Yeah, there's an
I believe
entire
you.
scene. There's an entire scene where protesters show up outside of Quasartico, and they're like, "Hey, you guys are hiding stuff from us. You're doing all this stuff with the wild zones." And
Oh,
Jet
yeah.
like comes out, and
Yes, yes,
Tawny's
yes.
there, and
Okay.
you're there, and you have to pacify the protesters.
Yes.
And then Jet takes you inside and goes, "Hey, so here's the deal. We made the wild zones because the rents were falling in the city, and we needed to." And all of this stuff sounds meaningful. It sounds like, oh my God, we're telling like an adult story right now.
Yeah.
But it is just the mention of these ideas. They don't say anything about them. They don't do anything with them. And if anything, the game actually says that these things are good if you really look at it the way that the game is presenting it. So it's one of these things where it's like, okay, is the game like I think this is a really simple way of putting it. Is the game automatically deep because there is death in it? AZ dies.
Yeah.
Death is an adult concept. It's traumatic. Death. Oh my God. But I don't think that it is, because all the game does is mention death.
Yes.
Nothing Nothing.
Deep doesn't
they don't-
mean deep doesn't
It
mean
is
it's super
removed from
sad.
pain.
Yes, deep means
There is
layers to it. It means like literally the word deep. I don't think people understand what the word deep means.
It is a version of death that is completely removed from pain and consequence.
Yes.
It is a version
Yes.
of death that only exists in children's media because they can only. I had a playwriting professor that said this to me once, and I thought it was so smart. He goes, the maturity of the ideas has nothing to do with whether or not it is made for children or adults.
Ooh.
What matters is how long you allow your audience member to sit in those ideas. So that's why in like a Disney movie, you'll find that they'll kill a character for like 5 seconds, but then they'll immediately bring them back.
Yes.
Because they don't want you to sit in that. And I feel like this game is very similar, where AZ dies, but it's a death that's everyone is cool with.
Yeah.
That no one suffers from. No one really feel. You're just kind of there to go.
The hotel
"Oh, okay,
the hotel continues. We never battle him.
Everything is fine.
You know what, Jake? It's funny you
Everything
say
is
that because I literally, I mean, before this could still happen. I don't know, but I was thinking about the DLC. I'm like, okay, well, what could they do next? And then I thought, it was kind of bold, or I don't know if it's bold, but it is a decision to completely change the identity, the visual identity of Lumio's tower. That is kind of like, that is like a choice. And to kill AZ, I'm like, okay, that is also a choice. And I thought, oh, you know what they're gonna do in DLC with. You had said to me, like, oh, what they're going to do is, like, color swap the city. And I'm like, okay, maybe there's different color swaps they could do where you go to these different portals. Each one's a little bit different. And then they can resurrect or reverse any sort of decision they made at the end of the game. Right.
Oh, so you're thinking we're in an alternate reality and we'll find a different AZ.
It's just going to be AZ. The thought I had before this conversation was, oh, these choices that they made, they're going to pull them back, just like Disney does, right? In your example, right?
Oh, that's funny. See, yeah.
No, I'm like, it doesn't affect my experience that they're gone, but they still could just bring them back to save face because they're characters that they don't want to like. There's still a consequence of you can never go and talk to AZ ever again, right? He's always in the. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying. I think my argument is that they already pulled us out of the darkness by never entering it to begin with.
Sure,
he dies off screen. No one has.
That's
what
true.
What I would say is it is functionally completely removed from the storytelling.
Yeah.
When we are by his grave or whatever, I don't even think Floed is there.
Sure.
It is a very soft scene because they can't go any deeper than that. They simply can't.
The deep it gets, I notice this the most when I'm taking photos, and I realize, I can never take a photo with AZ ever again. Not that I ever took a photo with AZ, but I have taken a lot of photos with Lumio's tower, right? So I'm just thinking about the consequences of, but they're not. I get what you're saying. They're not even consequences.
It's a meta consequence.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So there's just something about that where like I don't know. I that you brought this up. You brought this topic up by being like, oh, people kind of said that maybe you were supposed to have like an emotional reaction.
Yeah,
to
everyone
AZ
said
dying.
I was gonna have an emotional reaction.
I find this to be like insane because I just want people to tell me like what is the game saying by AZ dying right there? And I feel like the response from a Pokemon fan is, well, what they're saying is his life force was tied to the tower, and because we destroyed the tower, which this is like illogical.
I didn't even think of that kind of explanation, but yeah.
That's the thing. I'm not looking for an explanation.
No,
I'm
I know.
For them to like say something, and I don't know if they're saying anything. I feel like it's incredibly soft. And the thing about like a death is that the existence of death is, I don't think, sad. It's what the death means.
Yeah.
We hear about death all the time.
It's so true.
In this world. And people aren't breaking down in tears all of the time. There's something, there has to be more than that. And I just don't think that this game is willing to offer anything more. Yeah.
When you cry at the loss of someone or the loss of a loved one, or maybe even a breakup, right? You're crying because you realize you'll never be able to enjoy those sweet moments with that person ever again, right? And you're thinking about all the good stuff.
Even like this is not a fix because it doesn't, again, they would need to rewrite the story from top to bottom to fix this. But like AZ's death means so little that the only thing that is different is what you said, or you cannot take a photo with
Yeah.
his model that is
Yeah.
the only change.
And that feels like too much of a, like, everything in Pokemon games are static. Everything. Everything is static.
Yeah.
It's always there. And or it gets or it's like the content isn't available until later, but once it's revealed, it's there. And this is like the first time I can remember where like something is actually changed and you can no longer access it. And it's just visuals. It's just with pictures. So that did stand out to me, but I'm like, I don't care. That's why I'm like, if they had killed Tawny, I probably would cry. I'm like, oh my, like, this is insane. Imagine if they killed sweet baby Hop and Galar.
Yeah, and
That would
that
would get you. You'd be like, oh damn.
No,
like this...
to be honest with you though, I get that in terms of like a.
But you spend time with them.
Yeah, I guess to me, I'm just not looking for, like, what thematic meaning is communicated by killing Tawny. You know, what is the game saying?
Sure. Yeah.
And
I'd have to think about it.
I just feel like it's there, and that's like, this is what I feel like the problem is with the finale of the game, is that I feel like they're making choices for the sake of having a finale, more than they are actually trying to say anything. And this is kind of what I'm saying when I say I feel like maybe this company does not understand storytelling, because what I witnessed here was a completely functional misunderstanding of how stories work and what the point of them is.
Yeah.
And because the point of this ending felt like to get to the end. It felt like the point of this ending was to change Lumio's tower and to get rid of AZ.
Yeah.
Because that's all that's achieved.
Yeah.
We changed the tower, we got rid of AZ. Sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm realizing, like, I'm reading my notes from like a week ago when I finished the game, and it's like there's some really good quotes here from like various characters, Grisham, whoever, and I'm like, these are good quotes. What I can control is what I do next, right? I don't know who I am, right? Like, what do you wish to fight for? These are all the things where I'm like, yeah, it's just there's no satisfying conclusion, but there's so many screenshots that I have on my Switch.
And that's the thing. I think
quotes.
sometimes people misunderstand what I do when I close read games, and it's like this act of putting together, like linking together a bunch of puzzle pieces of a similar idea. But if that idea is not matched by the movements of the game, then it is simply set dressing. It is simply background information. And now I look back on so much of what this game said, and I'm like, oh my God, it was actually all background noise.
Yeah.
It was, now that I know where they were going with it, I'm like, oh my God, it was just noise. It was just like characters saying big ideas that were larger than life. And
like this whole game, Pokemon Legends Z-A, might as well, like, the theme of Pokemon Legends Z-A might as well be shiny Pidgey that that flies away before you capture it, because that is as frequent and as common as these like banger one-liners from these random characters.
There's a trainer that you find that has a Cleffa and a Pichu, and they're trained like really strong. Have you found this side quest?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
they're
so
like really powerful babies. Yeah.
Yeah, there's this woman. She's like wearing glasses and a scarf, and she has a Cleffa and a Pichu. And when you fight her, she's like, you can never know what's underneath the surface.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. So it's like the appearance of this thing that can't hurt you actually can't. And I love this idea. And I think that this idea is in the game throughout the entire game. You see all of these characters that have like a secondary identity, that they have a secret. You see how constantly characters are kind of like hiding a part of themselves, or there's a dual identity. You even see this in the tower with the ultimate weapon and Ange, and these are like two different things. But then you get to the end of the game, and it's like, why did we spend so much time on that? Like, what are we saying ultimately? And it's like, all we are saying is that it exists. All you are supposed to do is notice it. You're supposed to notice it and go, oh my God, it's actually so deep. It's about.
That's so true. Yeah.
And I'm like, no, it's not actually about like balancing two identities or there being like a secret identity underneath the one that you have. If they wanted to do that, then leading up to the finale, we would have thought, oh, this thing that we thought was bad is actually good. But that never happened. That never happened.
Yeah, it's true.
So, like, I don't know. It's like the fucking Team Flare guy hides his picture from you when you go to do his little challenge.
Yeah.
And then he just then his reveal is just, I am in fact the Team Flare guy.
But you knew that.
That is
it's
like so stupid. It's like so I don't know. There's this weird like, I don't know. My ultimate conclusion, I hate to say this, is that I think goddamn, this is so rude of me.
Okay.
But I think my like editorial take is that simply the writers specifically of this video game lack talent. That is my take. I think that they are untalented. I think that they lack
writers
craft. The
Wow.
writers, yes. And I looked up.
So you're saying
leads.
the employees at Game Freak are lazy? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying they're lazy. I'm saying they suck. I'm saying that they could put all the time in the world into it, and they couldn't come up with anything good because they suck.
Damn.
The lead scenario writer for this game is the same guy that's been writing the lead scenario since Pokemon Yellow, and I think maybe it's time for him to hang up his hat.
What is that, scenario?
That's a video game thing, but it's for how these Pokemon games typically work. That is, I think, essentially like the lead writer of the game.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I just think I think it's time for them to evolve. I think that this is as the games become more and more cinematic in their presentation, as the games are built in a way that is allowing for more ideas to kind of filter through their experience in different ways, you simply have to evolve your overall storytelling chops. And it seems like not only is Game Freak completely uninterested in doing this, it seems like Pokemon fans are willing to make excuses for them at every turn because they recognize a character from a game that was on the 3DS.
You know, it's funny, Jake.
That's my take.
Yeah. It's funny hearing this because, like, I've been defending ZA. I think we both have been really optimistic about ZA and then have enjoyed the heck out of Legend ZA. And I'll speak for myself. I feel like I've been defending it and getting pretty upset at all the people who are like blindly hating on the game. But I guess it's like maybe they're hating it for the wrong reasons. You know,
that's how I feel. I would still say for me this is a top 3 Pokemon game. I really like it, and I just think that it has a very obvious flaw. Like I almost am not. I'm speaking passionately about it now because we're focusing in on this issue. I think that the flaw is so obvious that I'm not even that mad about it. I'm like, oh, this is an easy fix. This is an easy fix. Simply hire people with chops. Like stop. Like stop.
Are you on the market? Are you available for hire?
I could have, if you gave me 48 hours with this, I could have fixed it. I'm not even kidding. Nice. That's and I'm sorry. I know how that sounds. I know there's an angry comment being born right now listening to this, but like that's just the truth. That's just the truth. You give me 48 hours, I give you a better draft. Just give it to me way on out. Give it to me at the beginning. Because all of these games have to do is the words on the page don't matter at all. It does not matter what words anyone says. The movements have to say something about what the game is interested in.
Yeah.
The battle system is really interested on achieving a kind of balance between the trainer running around and the Pokemon doing attacks. You have to think about when you pop an attack and where your Pokemon is going to do that, their relative distance to you, you activating the Mega Evolution, you doing the switches. These things are more important than they've ever been. This is a game about balance. Holy fucking shit. Make sure the ending of your game says something about balance. Holy shit. Like it's like the ending that this game lands on is attempting to achieve balance is good.
Yeah.
That's the moral.
I've got here's a quote. Here's a note. This is from Lita. Not evolving is holding you back.
Okay. Thanks, Lita. You are weak because you're not getting stronger.
We got to keep going. We just got to keep evolving, got to keep changing. Man, I wrote a lot of quotes from this game.
Well, and
it's making me want to replay it. Yeah.
they frame the ZA Royale as this thing of change and growth.
Yeah.
They frame it like we're gonna keep working together by doing the ZA Royale, but there is nothing about the ZA Royale that intuits growth.
Yeah,
it is
sure.
completely
forever.
static.
Yeah.
And by it being infinite, it is therefore
Yeah.
there's nothing. There's nothing. It's not, there aren't even ranks anymore. You're just bashing your head against the wall.
Here's another one. This is another NPC. They said, we
Okay.
can't see into people's minds. All we can do is see each other. I thought that
That's
was cool.
awesome. I wish that had something to do with the ending of
No, I know. I'm just like, we were supposed to talk about this like 2 weeks ago, and I could have been
Bro,
I could have been gushing about this.
What did Lysander do at the end
Nothing,
of this game?
man.
What did he
Oh,
do?
that's what I want.
Dude.
That is something that I said I wanted to talk about. Like this idea, and again, I guess I'm kind of confused when I look at like some of my peers or other people in the space making content around this game. Like,
Yeah.
I guess I'm kind of confused at why we're supposed to be sympathetic with Lysander or even AZ. That seems really strange to me, because I think on your same point, what have they actually done to warrant any sort of sympathy or forgiveness, right? Have they repented? Is the eternal life the repentance? I don't think
Dude,
so.
well,
They look fine. They're living on. What, does he not have an eye?
The Lysander one is, I think, particularly funny. I don't understand how this fan base for years was like, Game Freak actually made Team Flare to be like the Nazis.
Yeah.
They made them to be like the Nazis. And I had to endure people saying that for years. And you know, when I streamed X and Y, I got mad at people for making that comparison. And now we have this game. Who do we see reemerge? We see Team Flare.
Yeah.
And we see Lysander. And if we continue with that comparison, are we making an argument now about what is forgivable?
Yeah.
And who is deserving of forgiveness?
Yeah.
And who is even deserving of eternal life?
But also, is
Lysander,
there anything in the game
congratulations.
to suggest any of this? You know? I hope... Yeah, it'll be an easy thing to point to if anyone ever brings that up again.
I think people need to reinterpret what they are. I don't know. I think that people project a lot of meaning onto. I think that we have an example now of people incorrectly projecting meaning onto Pokemon X and Y.
Yeah.
And I think the ideological dangers of projecting a meaning that you are not entirely prepared to represent.
Yeah.
And now we have this game, and I'm telling Pokemon fans, I'm saying, please do not do this. Stop projecting meaning, because it will get you in trouble in the future.
Yeah.
And now, and I'm seeing that happen all the time, dude. There's like stuff in this game that people are. I got really into this on my Discord with somebody. The relationship between Laban and Jacinth.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. There was somebody in my Discord who described this relationship as enslavement and cancerous. We evoked slavery. And I don't even like invoking cancerous, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But to say that that's what and it's funny, their justification for it was like, well, you see, Laban uses poison type Pokemon, and the mega form of that Pokemon,
Sure.
it's
cancer.
So the game is saying that
it regenerates
it's
cells.
a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
And I think that this is the kind of projection that Pokemon fans love to do, where they take what is a relatively simple and easy to understand relationship and they decide that it is infused with mature depth.
Yeah,
because I think what's very obvious about the Jacinth...
But this game's for children.
Yes, and I think what's obvious about the Jacinth Laban situation is that it is the equivalent of, hey, Dusty, if I can run faster than you, if I can beat you in this race, you have to wear a butler outfit and you have to be my butler.
Yeah. You're not going to win. Yeah.
And
I take the bet.
butler.
And then I take the bet. And then for a whole week, I got to be your butler.
Yeah, you're my butler now.
Yeah,
You're my butler now. And it's the kind of thing where it's like, you're like, oh, I hate that I'm your butler, but you're also still my friend.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? It's like, oh, dude, he's so mean to me. And that's all this is. And people, literally, I was fighting people being like, it's about slavery.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you like, what's going on? Like, why there is this desire to abandon the text and say, I'm going to take all of this stuff from out here and I'm going to push it into the text.
Yeah.
And people, I think that's where a lot of Pokemon fans go wrong, is that they don't stay close to the text. And I think because this is a new game and the material is so fresh in front of us, I am surprised at how quickly some people are. I know you and I watched a video that was a bunch of reactions to people watching the reveal of AZ's death. And there was somebody who got emotional, and he got emotional because it made him reflect on, I think he saw it was the end of the game. I think he saw how many people were watching his stream. Yeah. And I think he got emotional because he was like, oh my God, Pokemon, I get to live a life where my life is Pokemon.
That's nice.
And that's great.
That's nice.
That is great. Is that the game?
No, that's not the game.
No, that's not the game. So when you turn around and you go, oh my God, yeah, the ending was really powerful. I'm just like, okay, okay, like, will you, and then in 3 years you're gonna there's gonna be a YouTube video and you go, actually the ending to this game is quite overrated and doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. There's
I'm curious now. I almost want to ask you this, but I also don't want to. I'm not trying to like put you on the hot seat, but I'm I'm trying to visualize, and it might be helpful for listeners. Like, what would a satisfying ending be?
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you.
All right. Yeah.
So something I like about this game is that kind of like that alternate persona idea that I mentioned earlier. There is a surface, there is a mask, there is an outfit that you choose to wear in Lumio City, but then at night you attack people when their backs are turned, you know? And I like that idea. I think that that's like a compelling idea. I think that we really dropped the ball with Tawny in this game.
Yeah.
Tawny is somebody who they kind of like tease out that there's all this stuff going on with her.
Yeah.
She's looking for somebody. Yeah, she's got this jacket. She's always taking these phone calls from people that you're not privy to. She's really, really interested in being the strongest person, and she says it's to help people. And but there's all this, but I think it's done with this air of mystery throughout the entire game. So I think you could very easily put together an ending to this game where you're having that battle to determine who the ultimate Mega Evolution user is. And let's say I beat Tawny, but Tawny cannot accept that I won.
Yeah.
She can't accept that I won. And
which she half does.
And I need Tawny to grab Floette against Floette's will. Okay? And now rubble is falling all around. She runs up into this tower. We're trying to stop her. It's like, yo, you can't do this. You can't do this. And she gets away and she goes up into the tower and she says, no, it has to be me.
Yeah.
I have to be the one that saves everything. And because she has this compulsion to help, it needs to be her. And we can tie that into some of her character stuff later. But so she goes up into the tower, and her trying to activate this Mega Floette, even though she is not the strongest Mega Evolution user, we have been told only the strongest Mega Evolution user can do this. So she tries to activate it, and it creates this monster.
Yeah.
And not only does it warp Floette,
I can feel it.
It warps her. It brings out the worst side of her.
Dude.
So now, not only is Floette all covered in vines and messed up and all of this stuff, so is Tawny.
Yeah.
And now, when you're running around going through the different parts of Lumio City before you get to the tower, instead of Tawny being like, hey, I'm okay, keep going, it could be Tawny being like, you'll never be as strong as me. I'm going to be the one that saves Lumios. I'm going to be, you will never, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is already, I can feel it, dude. This is affecting me.
So then the final boss battle is not just Angie Floette, it's Tawny Floette.
Yeah.
And it's and you're fighting this and then, you know, there can be this stuff about how I think she has that jacket, she lost one of her parents, and she just desperately doesn't want to lose anybody.
Yeah.
And this desire for control that is seated within her. And I think what that is that it defies the game's expectations of balance, because Floette was too strong for her. So she wasn't this opposing force for Floette the way that you are. So that's why you can do the right thing. So something like that.
No, that was really, really good. I liked that a lot.
Just like, and that's not even a big change. You know what I mean? You go in there, you change it, you know, it's easy.
You're absolutely right. I think, how do you think Zygarde fits into all of this?
So stupid.
Yeah.
I just don't care at all. I
I thought it was really cool to control Zygarde for like a split second. You weren't really controlling him. You just were you were literally over the shoulder, but it felt like I was using an action figure. I thought that was fun for like a hot second to be like in the pilot seat of Zygarde.
Yeah, I think they choked a little bit. I think that there should have been an emphasis on movement. I think it's weird that you just command the move.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been cool if there was like stuff shooting at you, and
you had to
not only
dodge.
did you command, like that. Even just that little bit, I think would have carried that moment a little bit better. But like the whole Zygarde thing is just, it's just so random.
It is random,
yeah.
It's like
just so
I guess it sometimes doesn't read as random because you do see Zygarde even from the very beginning, and it's slowly growing over time. But it goes from literally.
Oh, I'm sorry. When I say random, I think what I mean is
it's inclusion.
Sorry. I feel that you could remove Zygarde from this story and replace it with any other Pokemon, and it would work.
Yeah.
It's like the only reason that it works is because of like a made up lore reason. It's like, oh no, Jake, you don't understand. Zygarde is the protector of, and I'm like, no, I get that, but like,
I think even like the way we do damage and defeat Angie Floette in the tower feels like Zygarde feels irrelevant. Like, we do all the work with my team. My Meganium's doing all the work on these little flowers, and then there's essentially 3 blasts from Zygarde that are taken out.
It feels like
why is it Zygarde specifically?
I agree, and I feel like there is a missing third phase of the fight. You know what I mean? Because it's like you attack those stupid little vines, the red one and the blue one.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is a great opening phase. And then you do all the damage with Zygarde, and it's like, okay, this is good too. There should have been a third thing, and that's when I would have had, you've defeated the tower, Zygarde has done his work, and now emerging from the tower is this version of Tawny.
Yeah.
And
we've seen stuff
cool.
like this in other Pokemon games, so like what you're saying isn't even out of the question.
Yeah, then I think you hit Tawny with the Curse of Eternal Life, and then you're good.
Yeah. Damn, bro. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. How much are you still playing this game?
All the time. I love it. I love playing online.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most fun I've ever had with a Pokemon game online by far.
I've been trying to. I'm like 5. Last night I went to actually play online, and the servers were down because we're switching over. And I was like,
because of the update.
I was like, you gotta be kidding me. The one time I go online to like grind it out. So tonight I'm doing that.
Okay.
Because
cool.
I want to get the new the Delphox.
The Delphox site. Yeah, you know what's funny? I got the like the Mega Greninja, and I have never Mega Evolved Greninja once. I know they're all good.
No, I meant to tell you, I've been using Greninja, and I actually love the playstyle because I basically have 3 moves to get up close with Shadow Sneak, and then I do Flip Turn to do damage while I'm up close, and he bounces back to me, and then I do the Shuriken from a distance.
Dude,
it's so much fun. That's my combo.
I love seeing a Greninja coming because I have my Emboar out, and Greninjas are always like, oh, an easy kill, Water Shuriken, and I just go close combat, and they're dead. And they're always, nice. I love seeing a Greninja. I'm like, oh, okay, great, Greninja, you're dead. But yeah, online's really fun. The thing that I've been discovering is that not Mega Evolving, I think, is the key.
Sure, you were telling me this. Yeah.
I use the plus moves, and really the big thing, and I feel like people that play Pokemon know this, but the held items are so powerful.
Yeah.
And they're like game changers. The next thing I want to try is I want to take my shiny Quilladin online with Eviolite.
Ooh.
See if I can make something happen.
I think you could. What's the what's like a good, I was gonna say Chestnut, but what's a good Quilladin set? What moves are you using?
So right now, I'm rocking Bulk Up.
Okay.
Thunder Punch.
Oh, nice.
Which I think people don't see coming.
No, that's good. No, that's good. I hit Thunder Punch on Charizard.
I like having
the
Thunder Punch.
Yeah.
Thunder Punch is fun. And then I have Wood Hammer and Brick Break. Brick Break is fun because a lot of people are running screens, and you just go. Psh.
Yeah.
So that's good. But
that's nice.
My core 3 has been Gengar with Assault Fest.
Oh, okay.
Machamp with the Expert Belt. Do you know about this? The Expert Belt?
It increases super effective damage.
Yeah, dude. So he's got the Ice Punch, the Thunder Punch, and Close Combat. And dude, he's got an elemental punch on each fist. That's good. And nobody sees it coming. They're just like, oh, Machamp,
dude, that's
whatever.
so classic. That is so classic. Yeah. I like that a lot. I'm gonna have to try that out.
And then I use Emboar, and I do use Emboar with the Megastone.
Yeah, you
But
gotta.
sometimes Alolan Raichu instead of Emboar.
I can't get the Alolan Raichu. I can't do it.
Why?
Because I gotta.
Because you can't.
My Raichu's not good enough.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Every time I go to
funny.
Quasartico, I see it and I'm like, just another reminder that I couldn't do it.
It's just so nice that I feel like there's finally this Pokemon game that is like fun to play,
Yeah.
and I'm not just like clicking commands and it's like over before it
Yeah.
started. I feel like when I normally play Pokemon online in like the usual format, the doubles online, the ranked battles, whatever, it's like the game just decides if I'm going to win by pairing me up with somebody who is better than me or pairing me up with somebody who is worse than me. So it's like, okay, it's like, oh, you're using the meta combination. I guess it's over.
Yeah.
But then in this game, it's like, because of the multiplayer, because of the almost Smash Brothers-ification of it, you can do these like active mind games, and there's a level of like playing the players more that I really like. So
No, that's
you
cool.
can just make things work for you. Yeah.
I'm excited to get back online. I was gonna ask you something I've been hearing people talk about, and it's kind of got me thinking. I think it was AJ said that this game is like, or this battle system is like that's like the generation one. Maybe you said that. I don't know who said that. And it got me thinking like, okay, what could they add to this battle system in like 3 years or something? Is there anything
definitely.
that comes to your mind in terms of like improving this battle system?
Yeah, I mean, I really like what they have, to be honest with you. I think sometimes I've seen people kind of say things like, oh, dude, it's so annoying that like Hydro Pump takes a long time to charge up. They have to fix that. And I'm like, no, that's part of the game, you weirdo. That's like that's a balancing feature. Like if you want to use a quicker move, then you gotta use a weaker one. Like this is the game. Like, so that part of it is weird to me. I think what I'm most interested in is options. I think right now it's there are like a certain amount of moves that, there's the tracking move, there's a beam move, there's like you run up really close to them, there's like, only so many kinds of moves. And I think more creative expression and more freedom is just a way to kind of like keep building on this battle system exponentially. Like they already have little versions of this, but I think right now something that's missing from this game that I would like to see in the future is the environment. I think that more environmental interactions on top of this battle system, the better. So what I mean by that is like creating hard walls that block attacks. That would be so sick.
I did think there was going to be more of that, like a lot more of that. I thought stealth rocks could almost like prevent damage from coming through.
Right.
Like
there's already like this funny thing on some of the multiplayer maps where I love just perfectly sitting behind a tree so that some long-range move doesn't hit me. I love that.
Yeah.
And I think that you could work with that in a way that feels more self-actualized.
Yeah.
So it's like a silly thing, but
no, I'm trying to think about certain moves right now that could be repurposed in this way to create some sort of barrier. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's already one that exists. There's Rock Tomb. I don't know if you ever used that.
Yes. Yeah. I have used that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and then
just one boulder falls. Yeah.
And so there's stuff that if you really built out the game for this, and part of this will be easier to do when you are no longer developing the game for the Switch 1 as well. But there's stuff that you could just kind of like keep putting on top of this to make it more you don't know what the person you're fighting is going to do.
Yeah.
And they are going to do something that really like changes the way that you have to approach them. I think that is like really fun, and that's kind of the heart of this.
Yeah.
The other thing that I would really like is right now when you do a battle, the only kind of multiplayer mode that we have is that you're on this tiny map and there's 4 of you and you're fighting. I would love, again, once we get off of Switch 1, it'll be easier, but a Switch 2 mode where there's like 100 people on the whole map.
Yeah.
And you're all just running around.
Just chaos. Yeah,
you're all just running around.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there could be more space to run.
Yeah.
True. Truly. It's like Fortnite.
Yeah, exactly. Just use the whole map. Like, why not? Yeah.
Super fun, man. Super fun.
No. Oh my God. That'd be so exciting, dude. You're on the rooftops. You drop down on somebody. You're like, get him.
Oh, that is so sick. You're right. You could climb up. You could get someone when they're climbing up the ladder. Just kind of like
it would be so
attack
sick.
them. Just snipe
You
them
could
from the
literally
ground.
You could literally do Fortnite where like the map gets smaller and smaller and it closes in. Like, dude, that would be so fun. And I know people are like, "Oh, Fortnite's stupid," but like, no, I think that
Yeah, but
those are good
Pokemon's not
lessons to
stupid.
learn.
Yeah.
There's good lessons to learn. It'd be really sick. There's a couple of comments in the chat that I want to respond to.
Yeah.
Okay, so earlier Bungle asked, "Have you guys done the new side quest yet?" I have not. I've been busy all day, so I don't even know what the new side quest is, to be honest with
Do you want me to tell you? It's part of it.
Is it the diamond thing?
Yeah, it's the diamond thing.
Yeah.
Shine
What's that?
like a gemstone.
Who is that?
Deontay.
Deontay. No, yeah, I'm not interested in that.
It's
I'm not interested in
Deontay's.
Deontay.
It's Deontay's Pokemon.
God, that's so stupid. Holy
Yeah.
shit. I've never put that together until now. That is so stupid.
No, I actually don't.
Holy shit.
No. I said that, but I don't think she actually uses it. But they're coded like they look like they're the same thing.
Okay. And then Ruthie said, not the battle system, but I was so convinced that they could introduce removing hazards with moves to the main games until the finale, where I went, oh, this is tied too closely to this game.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what does that comment mean?
Read it one more time. Where is it? With Ruthie.
Yeah.
I was so convinced that they could introduce removing hazards with moves to the main game. I think they're thinking about like defog, moves like I think it's rapid spin.
I see.
Starmie could get rapid spin to like remove the hazards because
those moves aren't here.
I don't think so. I haven't seen them
Okay.
unless she's saying where I went. Oh, this is tied too closely to this game. Oh, maybe they're suggesting like I guess I'm not sure what they're exactly suggesting. I think you could add those things into the game. I feel like I'm oftentimes throwing up stealth rocks and they just stay there, and then my opponent like avoids them.
Right. I think that one of the coolest things that this game did was reinterpret moves for the 3D space. I think in the future I would love to see that go a step further. So I think like right now, the moves typically, they're attacks and there are status moves. I think it would be cool if there was a different kind of move. So what do I mean by that?
Yeah.
I want a movement move.
Dude,
movement.
Yes. This is something. Yeah, there are certain trainer commands is what I was thinking about. Trainer commands that are a little bit separate from the attacks. I have started to learn that certain attacks will actually force your Pokemon to come back to you, and I thought that's been kind of cool. Like, so there's like a skill there.
No,
but
those are the best. Those are the best. I love those. Yeah.
Like I'm starting to use them as like it annoyed me, but I'm starting to use them. I'm starting to realize like, oh, if I use, I think it'd be flamethrower, they'll run back to me first. Because
any long range move, there's like a spot next to you that it's like it will have to shoot it there. So it's important to keep that in mind. One of the things that I'm looking forward to in future games that I hope continue the real-time combat nature of this, which to be honest, I am not entirely sure about. I'm not. A lot of people, I think the popular take I've seen online is like, oh, they're gonna keep building on this. This is gonna keep coming back. This is gonna be. I'm not 100% sure. The thing that I would like to see most is that I do think that they think this is a game about balance. And I do think that part of them believing that is not controlling the Pokemon directly. So because of that, I think that the next game with real-time combat will not be all about the balance between people and Pokemon like this game. So I do think that the next time that we can do Pokemon battles in real time, we will be controlling the Pokemon directly. I do think that.
Pokemon fans are so concerned, even myself. I am interested in things. I like it when things feel like natural, when things feel logical, and that separation, right? Or that when I'm playing ZA and I tell my Pokemon to do something and then I go, shoot, I should have used this move, and that impulse where I wish I had like a back button or like a cancel button, that's actually kind of the beauty of this game. Right?
100%.
It's that you're trusting the Pokemon, or the Pokemon is trusting you to give it the correct commands. And if you screw up, that's on you, right?
Dude, you're actually in a fight. You are not in a
video game.
So, dude. Yeah.
It's kind like it's. I justify it to myself, and it makes me like I'm like that's actually so genius. Like when people you're making fun of the the writing team. And it's very easy to dunk on Game Freak, very easy. But I don't know. For me, I'm like, that's really charming. That's like, I'm glad that is there, actually. You know?
No, yeah, I think that this. Listen. Here's
Isn't
my
that cool? Like, I mean, that's like, it's an attention to detail, and it tells me that they're focused on making this Pokemon game feel, I don't know, as real as possible, right? It's
kind
like,
of, yeah. So
yeah, I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
there is a kind of person that believes that this game lacks a strategic depth that the mainline games do,
Sure,
and I think
yeah.
that person is a liar. I think that person is a liar. I think they.
There's maybe
I think
less.
that-
There's less math. There's less algorithm. There's less
I don't
like.
think that's true. I don't think that's true.
No,
I
what
think
I'm
that
what, yeah.
It's still there.
It
It's
is
still there.
It is there, and then there's I guess what I'm imagining is there's a bunch of stuff that you can't see that is there, right? Like I feel like people are focusing on because the mainline games is so. It's just all on paper. It's all conceptual. You know, you're doing the math in your mind, but you could tally. Okay, they did this. Okay, I'm gonna do this. There's all this written stuff. There's physical stuff, but in this game, there's 3 times as many decisions to make, but in a way that you can't predict. You know, you got to be in the moment. Right?
I think Pokemon fans like protecting this image of their game where it's like a thinking man's game.
Yeah.
And I think in almost every aspect, whether it be the story or the character designs or the lore or the battle system, the Pokemon fan assumes this position of actually it's really deep. And I think
it is deep though. I love it.
every single thing they go, actually it's really deep. Actually it's really deep. Actually it's really deep. And I have always felt that I understand competitive Pokemon battling. I can watch.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell you exactly what's going on.
Oh yeah.
And I find that this is a position that people only uphold when they are more or less unfamiliar with any other competitive video game.
Yeah.
I
don't know anything about other video games, other competitive games.
Yeah, and that is fine. But then to look at Legends Z-A simply because it does not present as the thinking man's game, and to go, oh, it's less strategic. I'm literally like, you have just exposed yourself, because the fact of the matter is every single fighting game that you can play right now is more strategic than turn-based Pokemon. Every single one.
There is, and I think because I come from that perspective, like, because you can take your time, there's this, I think, a mistake that because I can take more time to make a decision, then I can consider. It's almost as if, like, because you have more time, you have more time to consider all your possibilities, and because you can consider all these possibilities, now you can see all this stuff that you maybe are not considering in the 1 second of a decision you have in a fighting game, right?
It's an emphasis thing. It's an emphasis thing. So because what turn-based battles emphasize is decision making, because all you are doing is making decisions.
Yes.
But what people don't understand is that when you watch somebody play Street Fighter, they are actually doing all of the decision making that a Pokemon player is doing. Yes, and they are doing more decisions than selecting a move.
Yes. Yeah.
And then
and they're also not optional moves. They're not like, it's not like a multiple choice. It's like there's 100 things you could do right now. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and Bungle makes a point and says, you know why there's no real meta yet? No one can keep up with the moment to moment. I think that that's partially true. I also think that another thing going on is that Pokemon is such a math game that the meta develops so quickly and so easily because all you really have to do is crunch some numbers.
Sure.
And there are Pokemon that are just never going to be as good at certain things as other Pokemon, period.
Yeah.
But in this game, there is a level of variance because of the number of players and because of the amount of freedom that you have that I think that there is this, like, because you can't figure it out as quickly, people are like, oh, it's just not as strategic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that's so cool though, because like that is so cool because you could actually, like, I don't know, I'm thinking about like any sort of trend that appears, right? No trends are not logical. It's just people copying other people. And in a game like this, I don't know, that's so cool to think that like someone could show up with like Jake, you playing with Quilladin right now? You could make a couple you could figure out how to use Quilladin make some waves, post on Blue Sky, get some traction. All of a sudden, you have a couple of YouTubers being like, guys, this Quilladin's actually busted, right?
You know who I saw
and now
doing
all of a
work
sudden,
online?
Quilladin's at like Worlds.
Yeah. You know who I saw doing work online recently?
Who?
This. I was playing somebody and they were using an Emolga.
Yes, that's fun.
And I was like, damn, dude, they figured something out. They're like, Emolga can move fast. You can kind of play around on the battlefield. And then they would like switch into Gyarados, and I'd be like, damn, all right, this person really knew what they were doing.
That's cool.
So yeah, there's an execution barrier that has never really been there before that I think people are running up against.
Yeah.
Because if you give me a VGC player's team, and my chat tells me every move to make, I can be as good as the best VGC player in the world.
Yeah.
Doesn't work that way here.
You can be like that. We literally did that with Naveen in our ear.
Yep.
You know? That's crazy. That's fun. That actually makes me want to. There's so many Pokemon. I've just been like glued to my main team. And I'm in like completionist mode where I'm trying to like just complete the decks and like complete my battles so I can get the megas at the end of the game. But I want to reset my game. I want to start over and just like really just try stuff that is just out of this world.
I'm already taking people off of my team because I saw Mr. Rhyme and Annihilate.
Yes.
I saw Mr. Rhyme and Annihilate, but I went, two spots just opened up. Bye.
Yeah, what'd you think about the let me pull up some information so I can actually even look at it. I don't even know what got revealed today. Let's see. Let's pull this up. So yeah, Mega Dimension. We know about this. And I do think you clocked this pretty good. I was trying to get really creative with like in like a realistic way how maybe some freaky stuff could happen in this DLC, but truly, and you clocked this, it's just a color swap. The city has a different.
I saw this one pretty clearly.
Yeah.
I saw this one clearly. This is, again, we've said it before, we're gonna say it again. This is the most I've ever had my finger on the pulse of a video game ever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
So we obviously this game is it takes place entirely within Lumio City. That was really important to them. And when we go into the Mega Dimension, we simply are in Lumio City with a filter on it.
Yeah.
I have no issue with this whatsoever. I think that this is smart, and I think if you are looking at this and your reaction is, oh, it looks bad, my reaction to you is, do you want to play a video game or do you want to look at a screenshot and tell me that it looks bad?
Yeah.
Because it is serving the purpose that is important to the game. It is a playground for catching the Pokemon and most importantly for battling them. The buildings are not there to be appreciated for their aesthetic quality. They are there to serve as a maze, and they are there to serve as an urban landscape for you to separate out different things. And like, I don't know.
No, you every time you say this point, it's clear and clear. There are some good pokes in here. I just saw Knackley, the Knackley line.
I hate those guys.
Salt Man. Oh, you don't like the Salt Boy?
No, screw those guys.
He's good. He's just like a behemoth, dude. I love it. I like the big monsters.
Now,
like
when a Pokemon doesn't really have a face, I'm like hard out.
Oh, come on. What, you don't like Starmie?
Oh, Starmie is good.
Yeah. You know what, Jake? Damn. I just realized.
Yeah.
Can we do a separate stream or a separate pod about just talking about the megas? That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, we can do the megas.
Yeah, I forgot we haven't even talked about this.
Yeah, I haven't really done that. Yeah. That'd be fine.
Because I got a lot of notes on
really
the
quick.
megas.
Really quick. Ruthie in the chat wanted to know who got cut. Which child was your least favorite? Let me tell you. I think it would be easier to tell you who is definitely going to remain on my team. Emboar, lock Emboar in.
Okay.
Emboar is locked in.
Yeah.
My shiny Quilladin. Lock in shiny Quilladin.
Dude, how did you get the shiny Quilladin? I'm sorry, I'm eating some cashews over here. Sorry.
Ruthie, that's the end of my list, just so you're aware.
That's it?
Just so you were aware. Everyone else is on the chopping block. Blastoise, you're dead to me.
Oh, come on.
No. Excadrill, I don't know, buddy. Alolan Raichu, it's been nice. But Mega Raichu's right around the corner.
So, okay, well, this is actually good.
Just listen.
You are telling me your
Gengar.
team. I was curious about your team.
Gengar's out because I'm gonna get Annihilate. So Gengar's out.
Yeah. Dude, it's fighting. It is the best ghost type because it's a fighting type for you.
I know, dude. I'm dangerously close to having a
whole
goated
fighting
all-fighting
team?
type team. I know.
I mean, that's pretty good. All you need is Surfetch, and you're good.
Emboar, Chestnut. No, dude. Surfetch, lock in Surfetch.
Should I tell Jake about the leaked mega
Surfetch?
yeah, mega Golduck? It's a fighting type.
See that? Can I tell you? My Discord asked me today. They were like, "What are the chances of all the Pokemon you want getting into this?" And I said, "Psyduck's chances are low."
Yeah, he would have already been in here. He would have already been.
It's never looked bleaker. It has never looked bleaker for Psyduck.
Which is crazy. Psyduck's been in so many games. I feel like Psyduck's in most of the games.
I think Psyduck might be in every game.
Yeah, except for Legends Z-A. That was your punishment, right? It's
I know. I had to.
They gave you the perfect Pokemon game for you.
I know,
but they had to get rid of Psyduck.
It's very weird.
You can't be that powerful.
It's very weird. Yeah. I find it to be. I find maybe that I was targeted in some way.
I mean, you definitely were targeted in a positive way. It's like it's your favorite game. All right, my team is Meganium. No one asked, but my team is Meganium, Charizard, Skarmory, Electros made it on the team. I like him a lot.
Wow. Okay.
He's so squiggly, and it fits. I needed a electric type, so that fit. Greninja is too good, and then I also have a shiny Steelix that I'm very proud of, and he kind of gets rotated in and out with Drampa, Mega Drampa.
Interesting.
But the actual core of the team, I really think in DLC for me, it's Meganium and probably Skarmory. Charizard is too good, but I need to let him rest in the box.
Who is secretly on raw power on your team? Who is the one that you're like, they can go in and handle anything?
I think it's Meganium. I think Meganium when it Mega Evolves, it just takes out everything. But Skarmory is my revenge killer. Skarmory is, I need a KO. Send it in. I feel like there have been times where Skarmory gets off 3 moves before the opponent gets off anything.
Interesting.
It's like I don't even know if that's possible, but it happens. Or at least it feels like it happens. It's quick.
Yeah, my number 2 was definitely it was Raichu. Raichu was surprisingly strong. I was like, damn, I feel like electric comes in here. There's a lot of good opportunity. Yeah. But now I've been using Alolan Raichu, and having Thunderbolt and Psychic is pretty nasty. And then I have Light Screen and Reflect, so I set both of those up when I'm online. Now, Raichu's crazy. Online, you can really if you want to hide, you can kind of hide. Because if you just run...
You're right. You have Psychic and Thunderbolt. Nothing can avoid that.
And the thing is, if you don't attack and you just want to run and annoy somebody at the beginning of a match because they're chasing you, you can kind of do that. And then they'll be like, fine, I'll go fight somebody else. And then when they decide to do that, now you're on your own. Now you go, okay, Psychic, Thunderbolt, now you do your whole thing. Yeah.
That's good.
So,
I have to try that. I have to try that. Yeah, dude.
It's fun.
My normal Raichu is right here. The Megas look pretty good. The Mega Raichus look pretty good. Did you get a good look at them?
I'm not so sure.
No, not a fan.
There's something about them is not
clicking.
Quite right.
Okay.
Yeah, something about them is not. I think maybe part of it is that I do love Alolan Raichu so much that maybe my heart is. Here's what I'll say.
I think one of them. I think Mega Raichu Y kind of looks like Alolan Raichu.
That's the thing. Mega Raichu Y definitely speaks to me more, but I will say, initially I was like, oh, definitely Y, not X. In the game, X looked a little bit better than I was expecting. I was like, wait a second.
He lifted himself up with his tail. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I know. He's got those fat tails.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool.
It is cool.
So I don't know. So we'll see. But yeah, I think I'm going to be going Mega Raichu Y. We'll bring Raichu out of retirement. Alolan Raichu is gone.
Ooh.
And yeah, the team is going to really suffer. This was a team that they bonded. And they're gonna be torn apart.
Okay.
They're gonna be torn apart big time. I've been using Venusaur a little bit.
I haven't. I'm looking at Venusaur. I have not even touched it.
I named him Gatsby.
Oh, that's good.
I've been fancy Venusaur.
Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah, he's got a little monocle. That's cool.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't been nicknaming any of my Pokemon in this playthrough.
in the Legends games, since you come across them so fast and you're just like, it never stops.
Yeah.
I wait to nickname them when they earned it.
Sure. That's good.
So I wait towards the end, and then I crown them with their nicknames.
That's...
So can we talk about this DLC trailer a little bit?
Yeah, if you have something specific. I'm still looking
Yeah,
at
okay.
I'm still looking at like I'm looking at the list right now of all the newly revealed Pokemon, the Meowth lines in it. I kind of want to use Berserker.
That's a good one.
Oh, dude. Chimecho looks so good. The Mega Chimecho, it's doing it.
Are you trying to run around with a Chimecho?
Yes, dude, a giant smiley face.
No, dude.
It's good, dude. It gets a new steel type. It's gonna be.
You guys tell me.
It's gonna be.
You guys tell me Mega Feraligatr is good too. Is that what you're?
No, I think Mega Feraligatr is a horrible. No, Mega Feraligatr is actually horrible. F tier.
Why are some people? Okay, let me ask you this, because you're on the streets of the Pokemon
sure.
community. Is it really such a crime to say that one of them is bad?
No.
Some people act like they're like, oh,
yeah,
just say that it's not for you. Just say that but it's actually thoughtful. It's like, no. We can also say that they're bad sometimes.
Yes, but I think the majority of people, when they say something's bad, they don't know why they think it's bad, and they don't know how to describe why it's bad. So
I think that's okay.
No, it is okay. Like, but I think for that, then it's like, okay, just say you don't see it. I think I see why people like Mega Feraligatr, and I think it's a bad design because of that.
I think anybody that says they like Mega Feraligatr is lying a little bit.
Yes, they only like it in a screenshot on Twitter. They don't actually, because yeah, right. On the website, they're showing off Mega Feraligatr in its like clamped form. You never see that in the game. It doesn't exist. And if you don't see it in the game, it doesn't exist.
The second you press somebody on why they like Mega Feraligatr, they start going, well, you see, crocodiles hold babies in their mouths, and it's actually a reptile too. And I go, damn. So you're telling me you played a video game, you saw a crocodile, and you went, I like this because of the reference. That's crazy, dude. Good for you.
I think Mega Chimecho is the coolest Pokemon, that the best new Pokemon revealed today, because it is just a giant floating smile. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, sure.
That's nice. It's like coughing is a giant floating smile. Am I wrong? Coughing. Am I wrong?
Coughing's pretty good. Yeah, coughing's pretty good.
Chimecho is like the psychic steel version of that, you know?
Right,
no, you're not feeling it? You're not feeling it?
I don't know. Chimecho to me
Well, be honest with me. I don't want you to just lie to my face, you know?
I don't like him. I think Chimecho is like...
Chimecho has been a nothing Pokemon for me, but I think the Mega has all of a sudden made me go, oh.
All right.
I like
I'll reinterrogate
you.
it.
I'll
reinterrogate it.
So, yeah.
Let me tell you about this trailer.
Yeah, go off.
So this trailer opens up, and you've got this little baby. You've got this little baby looking at you with Hoopa.
Oh, sure.
All right?
Wait. Can I say?
Yeah.
Very nice that Hoopa, the ring Pokemon, is obsessed with donuts. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that's good. We'll get to that. Yeah.
Okay.
So when the trailer starts up, you got this little baby. She's looking at you.
Yeah.
And then Hoopa's looking at you, and you go into the portal. So for first impression, I'm watching this trailer live. I literally think to myself, oh no, I do not like that little baby. That my first impression is bad.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we fall into the whatever we're calling this, the mega dimension, and now I'm a little bit back in. You know why?
Yeah.
The Game Freak logo appears.
Ooh, dude, anytime I see the Game Freak logo, I go, oh, they're proud of us.
I think that this is interesting, because this is like, wait, that's how you would start like a game.
Yeah.
So it gives this sense of it being big, of something, a whole new thing starting, which I really like. So I was like, okay, you're getting me a little bit back on your side. And then they show us 2 new Mega Stones that I think is really cool, because it's like, oh, okay, we're about to get 2 new Mega Evolutions in this.
Yep.
You don't even know the Pokemon they're for. You just see the little colors in there. I'm like, oh, this is fun. So the first thing that happens, we're on a roof, and we go, what is this place? It cuts to, what are these steel birds called?
Corviknight.
The taxi. Thank you, the Corviknight. And it says level 120.
Dude,
this
broke my brain. I know you have a different thought on this, but I thought that's so cool.
I enjoy this because it is an escalation. It is the thing that this trailer is leading with is that it is a challenge unlike one you have ever faced. That is great. That is the premise of this of what they're going for
Yeah.
here. So, and that follows in the storytelling of this trailer because they have you fight not just that Corviknight, but that level 149 Annihilate.
Insane.
And you know what happens? They kill you. They're
Yeah.
level 142 Annihilate.
I noticed that there was a lot of player death.
They kill you.
Yeah.
They kill you. And they're like, you are not ready for this, is what the trailer is saying.
It's saying every other DLC that you've ever played by Game Freak is a walk in the park. This is not that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So you've got Mega Feraligatr, Mega Meganium, and Mega Emboar all getting killed. These are Pokemon that for the imagined player watching this trailer, it's probably your strongest Pokemon.
Yeah.
And they're showing you lose. The little trader crumples to the ground. And then we go back to the Rust Syndicate. So I really like this. I like the storytelling of this. So what are we doing in the Rust Syndicate? I don't know. And then we've got Emma in the Mega Dimension. What's she doing there? I don't know. And now we've got a couple of characters that we were with from the main campaign. But then it all comes back to this lady and her donuts.
Yep.
Okay.
So
what is this? Yeah.
I kind of love the donuts. Like
Yeah, tell
the
me
whole vibe right now. No, this isn't even like a read, but she's got the KitchenAid in the background, some some decorative plates up above the stovetop. I don't know. This is it looks like a fun mini game.
I mean, it's better than sandwiches. So
it's so much better than sandwiches.
So finally what this lands on is the reveal of Corinna. And I say that this is a reveal because not only is it a reveal like, oh, look, it's Corinna, but the trailer, separate from the reference, treats it like a reveal because they have her first appear in a coat, and then she throws off the coat, revealing that she's covered in Megastone.
Crazy. Honestly.
Great reveal.
Yeah. The fit is crazy. I want 50 Megastones all over my body. That's sick.
Yes. Agreed. And
champion.
You will notice
she's
that
a champion.
And you will notice that her hair, she is Megastone shaped. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah, so that's good. And you are challenged by successor Corinna, the text says, which is like, damn, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's just
successor.
I don't know. There's something about this that I like a lot.
It's a specific it's a specific trainer class.
So it communicates to us. So this is great. So we start this fight with Corinna, and then it cuts back to the Mega Dimension where there's a Golurk, there's a Munna, and they are like doing all these crazy attacks. But what's happening now? We're not getting defeated by them. We're holding our own. Mm-hmm. So I think what the game is communicating is that like Corinna is going to help you get stronger so that you can face the creatures in this Mega Dimension.
Sure.
And it's like that is awesome. So then the trailer moves into Mega evolving the Baxcalibur and the Chimecho, showing off those new Megas, and they are able to beat their foes in the way that your original Mega Pokemon were not. But then
they look so
what's
good.
crazy is the same Pokemon that killed them, now your starter Pokemon, the Mega Emboar, the Mega Meganium, and the Feraligatr, they're back, and they're stronger now. And now it begs this question, right? Of why are they stronger? So we show off a couple of new Megas in the Mega Raichus, and it's like, okay, cut to Corbo. If we're talking worst case scenario, Hyperspace Lumios could eventually swallow the whole city. Okay, there we go. There's something at risk here. Everybody's Mega evolving. Things are getting a little bit more crazier. There's Hoopa opening up more rings. Whoa. Okay, great. And we cut to the logo. So something I like about that trailer is that I think the trailer is like telling a story about what this DLC is interested in, what it cares about, and how you're kind of going to be doing it, right? But that trailer is only part of the story. So that is, I'm sure you noticed this when you were streaming, but there are like multiple videos.
Yes.
And like one of them was like a little more cut up than the others.
Yep.
So you eventually get to see the other kind of like overview trailer for all of this. And they explain the donut mechanic.
Yes.
The donut mechanic is crazy because what this is it's almost like a roguelite mode.
Yeah, describe this to me, roguelite. Because what I've seen from the donuts is that you're able to like customize what you're about to see. Through the donut mode, you can like unlock new Pokemon to fight. But what is a roguelite?
So the idea is that you are doing a run. You are starting something, you have a limited amount of time, and when it's over, and you have to start over from the beginning. So what the game is allowing you to do is based on the amount of resources that you want to invest, based on the kind of Pokemon that you are trying to find. You can build out what a run is going to look like, and then accomplish as much in that run as you possibly can before going back.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I think that's, yeah. I don't know. There's just something about this that you know, they show you the screenshot of like all of the different donuts you have, and there's one here that's like, okay, you can find steel types here. So there's a Beldum, there's the little sword guy, and then there's the little steel Meowth, whatever he is. And the fact that, like, I don't know, I think one of the things that makes the main game a little uninteresting is that you get the wild zones and there's just like the same Pokemon there all the time.
Yeah, bro. As soon as I beat the game, I started feeling that.
Yeah, and the fact that you can kind of remix that experience here is great, because you can find new resources that then give you access to different kinds of hyperspace wild zones, right? Yeah, so I think that's fun. And they show you like very clearly going into hyperspace Lumiose, and you can see like out in front of the trainer there's the Beldum and there's the what do you call it, that steel Meowth thing,
Berserker.
But but there is even more to this, because when you are building your donuts, you can make them have a higher effect, which can increase the levels of your Pokemon when you go into hyperspace. I don't know if you noticed this.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, but any screenshot or any moment in the game that they show where you have your own Pokemon, so like there's a Malamar that the trainer is using in this video at 2 minutes and 3 seconds, and the Malamar's level is yellow. It is glowing and yellow because it has been
amplified,
enhanced by the donut or whatever. So yeah, so there's stuff like that. So again, kind of like using these resources and using this mechanic to remix your experience, because not only are you controlling the kind of Pokemon that you find there, you're also controlling your capabilities and how strong you are. So it's so it's like really involved, right? Because you can the way I'm imagining this is that maybe like you don't want to burn your materials that are going to level you up a lot.
Yeah.
If you feel like you're going to waste them, maybe you want to save them for like something that's like a tougher challenge or something that you think you need them for. So there's like this cool kind of like game on top of the game now, where you are now in control of like what your run is going to look like and what you think you have to achieve in a run.
That sounds pretty strategic.
No, it's fun. Yeah, it's really fun.
I'm looking at the calorie meter up at the top left hand. Yeah, you can see the amount of like levels that are being added to your Pokemon, or at least that's how I'm understanding it. Actually, yeah, I'm at that same 2 minutes and 3 seconds with Malamar, and it says level plus 57, but your Malamar is level 170. Could you still potentially?
I think those are two different things.
Oh, you know what? You're right. The Malamar is not yours. Okay.
No, gotcha. The Malamar is the Malamar. Oh yeah, no, the Malamar's not yours. Yeah, that's
you have a
true.
Chimecho. Okay.
Chimecho is plus 57.
And then underneath the calories, which is like, I think the calories is just time. What is that, like defense special, defense rock, and then your offensive against what?
Ice.
Ice. Okay.
Yeah.
And so those are the min maxing you're talking about. Like you can play around with those different stats.
I think you can go into a run and it's like, oh, you are now stronger against this type of Pokemon.
Cool.
So you can build it out your donut in a way that's like, oh, maybe I'm going on a run where I need to fight a bunch of this kind of Pokemon, and then I need to beat this boss. So I'm going to use this ingredient to make it so that when I fight Mr. Rhyme, I'm super effective against ice attacks no matter what move I use. I just do more damage to them.
This person's team is like, why are they using Vivillon, Talonflame? I don't know. This
team is fine.
It's not that good.
Listen, Talonflame will finally get a Mega in the DLC.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, there you go. They've been pushing Talonflame too much.
Honestly, if I gotta be true, like really, really honest, gameplay like this does scare me. Like as a Pokemon fan, first, of the series for 30 years. This gameplay does scare me. I'm like, I've been playing the onlines every night. Not the onlines, but I've been playing. I've been doing battles. Like every time I pick up the game, I'm doing the battles. I want to go online more because that is fun to do. But even something like this, I'm like, this is kind of crazy. Like it's a different. It's not a habit that I already have, right? It's not.
No,
these
yeah,
aren't
it's gonna be so
reflexes
easy,
that have
though.
existed. You think it'll be easy?
It's gonna be so easy. Listen,
Okay.
I play a lot of games like this. This is nothing. There's nothing here that's like
Okay.
you can make this as involved as you want to make this.
Sure.
And I also think that the game will do a lot of work to make it as easy as possible. So there's just going to be a button that's like, oh, make my donut for me, and you'll be done.
Sure. Good point. Good point.
Yeah. So yeah.
How do you think compared to all the other food gimmicks in every other Pokemon game, like where does the donuts rank on your list? Sandwiches, curry, Pokeblocks, Poffins. Where are you at?
I think it sucks that the donut is not modeled. The donut is a 2D picture that they hold up.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It sucks. It's
That
like,
is
why
pretty
didn't you
bad.
make? Yeah, and so I don't know. I think that's a little strange. I think that Hoopa being in the bakery making the donuts. Maybe Hoopa's just not my guy.
Yeah, Hoopa's not. No,
There's something about Hoopa
that says
reminds me
appetizing.
of like.
Yeah, I don't want him in the
Hoopa-
kitchen.
No, Hoopa looks like the like main character of an anime called My Little Devil Boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, like
Yeah.
oh my little devil boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like oh it's Hoopa.
They
Like,
shouldn't be
there's something
cooking.
about-
Yeah. The dynamic here. Yeah, the dynamic here is like she knows what she's doing, right? The little girl knows what she's doing. She's cooking donuts, and then Hoopa's the chaos, right? Hoopa's the.
I don't.
No.
No.
There's so many other.
Hoopa's-
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Deontay
like
should be
Hoopa.
in the. Deontay.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
That should be in the
Hoopa.
kitchen.
Hoopa's got ideas that I don't co-sign.
What if we pee in the donuts? That's like what
Yeah,
he's thinking.
exactly.
Yeah.
And can we just call out from way out that Volo will of course be encountered in the
Bro.
hyperspace Lumias.
Tell me about this. I mean, I actually saw some people saying that there was like a little detail that, and I haven't even seen it, where they can see something about Hisui. Are you just making this? Tell me about this. I haven't given it much thought.
Yeah, the stuff in the museum, it was too much.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
It was
okay.
yeah, it
okay.
was,
Sure.
It was too much. It was too much. There is like literally no shot.
Wow.
That they don't. Yeah, it was too much.
You're right. It literally
They
talks about the outfit that
They
he wore.
overplayed their hand. Yeah, they
Wow.
overplayed their hand. I think,
Dude,
I
you're
think
right.
People are used to.
And Volo showing up to deliver that stuff.
Yeah, people are used to Pokemon games like referencing the old ones. This was a step too far. This was like, oh no, this is Pokemon Legends 2.
Yeah.
Like, Olo is going to show up at the end. He is going to have a team of level 200 Pokemon, and it's going to be like a really hard battle.
Dude, and he could have like Primal Groudon or something. Rayquaza. I'm thinking about all the legendary. I'm thinking about legendary megas, right?
Rayquaza is a good guess. I
Yeah.
like that. I could see that. I think that's a good guess. Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
I think it would be cool if he had his exact same team from Legends Arceus, but that's probably stupid. Only
Yeah.
I would think that is cool. So
Well,
it's
what was
fine.
his team? Hold on, let me look it up. What was his team? Because
I don't
maybe they
know.
have
They're
megas, right?
yeah.
Well, he only needs one mega, right?
I think he had a Garchomp.
Let's see, Volo. Yeah, let's see what his team was because
Oh, and no, see, and the thing is like I feel like Volo is gonna have 6 megas.
yeah. So
You know?
yeah, that's true. He could do it. So Spirit Tomb. I don't know if that's in the game.
Yeah.
Roserade is in the game.
Yeah.
I don't think Togekiss is in the game. Arcanine's not in the game. Lucario is in the game, but they would just give him a new team. Garchomp, Lucario, Roserade, those are all in the game. Dude.
So I think he can have some guys like he can keep his Lucario, keep his Garchomp,
Yeah.
maybe keep Roserade, and then
Give us
and
some
then
new ones.
I think listen, it would be sick if Giratina pops out. You know what I mean? That'd
Yeah,
be so
bro.
sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Rayquaza is a good guess. So
Dude.
yeah, I would go with that.
Love it. No, that's a really good call. I still am holding on for hope. I got to look through this trailer, but I could have, maybe it's Volo, but at one point I could have swore they said, something along the lines of like, what Pokemon and people will you meet in hyperspace Lumios? And there is a little bit of me. I still got the copium. I am really hoping some Kalos characters show up and they're like, I want to see, Jake, this is what it is. I want to see characters in an alternate version if they didn't make a certain choice.
No, they don't care. I'm sorry, they don't. That's too much work.
I want to see, and they kind of already ruined it, but I was hopeful to see Naveen or Lita if they didn't follow their dreams or something, you know? If they're defeated, right?
No, it's too much work. They won't do it.
That would be so cool.
It's too involved. It's too involved. The way that Hyperspace Lumios is being depicted, it is not like an alternate timeline. It is not an alternate world. It is like a reflection of the world on the. It's like not real.
Yeah.
It's like people don't live there. It's not a place. You know?
Yeah.
It's like all of the trainers that you see fighting in there. It's they're like the holograms. So it's not. It's like a game to people. It's like it's not.
No, I agree with what you're saying. I did somewhere in this trailer did see a real person that you're battling in this Hyperspace Lumios. So I'm wondering what that is.
Yeah, and they'll explain it, but I'm pretty confident that like no one lives there.
Yeah, no,
and
I agree.
I think that like Volo being there is like, whoa, you're not supposed to be here.
Yeah,
I think that's what that is. Yeah.
Dude, crazy.
What else? Oh yeah, it's funny. I think there's a compulsion. I just want to get this out. There's a compulsion with like everything in this game where something is revealed and people have like a knee-jerk reaction to be like, let me tell you what this means for the future games. And
come on.
As somebody who
he's
enjoys
calling
this
me
game,
out right now, chat. Yeah, he's calling me out.
Can't we just enjoy this game? Like, what is,
bro? Of course.
You know, it's just weird. It's like it's this crazy thing where it's like,
dude,
how will they translate this to Champions? I know how they're going to translate it to Champions. Let me tell you right now, they're not going to. That's how.
Dude,
it's not going to be in Champions.
When I saw the level 100 cap was broken, that is something that Pokemon fans have been putting into their fan games, etc., for so long, right? And it was a legitimate issue, right? It's okay. Pause. It is a legitimate issue when we're talking about extending the life of a game, right? If anyone ever wants a multi-region game or a game that could actually be living for a long period of time, I know I'm cooking you right now, but like I'm cooking your brain cells, and like this is cool, man. This is cool.
I don't think it's real. So like the breaking the level cap, there is no leveling up. It's an illusion.
Yeah, because it resets, but the stats increase.
So,
dude, the stats increase in the same way that Mega Evolution is an evolution beyond Mega Evolution. This is leveling up, but like it's like this. I think it's similar.
It just feels like a sliding scale to me. It feels like something that is only relevant in the world that makes it relevant. Because I understand what you're saying. What you're saying is not future games will have the donuts and they will. But what you were saying is that it demonstrates a willingness to break the level cap. And what I am saying is the exact opposite. Game Freak does not ever introduce something and go, okay, now that idea is back, but in a different way. For example, Mega Evolution is still tied to Mega Stones. That is the only way that you can do it.
Yeah.
And they are not going to say, oh, okay, you know how you broke the level cap in Legends Z-A? Now you can do that, but you don't need the donuts. They will never do that. Never. Anytime this idea ever surfaces again, it will be through donuts.
No.
Yep.
I'm thinking really hard right now.
Oh, you can do that exact same thing that you did in Legends Z-A, but this time it's permanent and you don't need the donuts.
I think it does show a willingness by Game Freak to alter these contrivances that they created 30 years ago.
It is a gameplay gimmick to suit the mode that they created. It is not about the mechanic. It is about the mode.
Sure.
Yeah, all right. That's it.
Listen,
that's it.
It made me smile. I'm like, this.
I'm happy for you.
It felt big. It felt exciting.
Yeah.
Listen, as someone who's been playing these games, and they every single game is the exact same every single time, right? And I think honestly, through knowing you've helped me appreciate some of these changes, right? I think I've handled ZA better. I've been better equipped to enjoy Legends ZA just because of knowing you by proximity. And now anytime I see anything that Game Freak does that is a little bit different, or they break a pattern that just exists because it exists, that does excite me.
I think that my thing is that I think that breaking the level cap in future games would not make the games better or more interesting.
Yeah, and that might be
you know what I mean?
That might be the case.
I'm still on team get rid of levels. I'm still on team get rid of
Sure.
levels.
Okay, listen, I'm okay with that too. Listen,
No
that
more
is
levels.
This is a step in that direction.
Yeah. I'm done with levels.
I gotta
Levels are
say,
boring.
I'm done with PP. No more PowerPoints.
Oh, dude, good call.
I am done
Good
with
call.
it. Yeah,
it's stupid.
I feel like this is one of those things where I'm like, I feel like half the time I go to the Pokemon Center in another game, it's to, get more PP on my aerial ace or whatever.
Yeah. So it used to make sense because the games used to be designed with like a scarcity mindset where you would go into a cave and you would like, it's like, oh my God, I'm running out of this move. But the games aren't made like that anymore. And now you have the Pokemon Center in your backpack. You have endless items. You have all this other shit. So it's just like, move on. No, I agree. I like this change too. It's awesome that we never have to think about that in ZA, actually. That's because talk about something that you would never want to think about in this game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That happens so many times. I still have that bug in my, it's just a leftover where I'm battling someone and I'm like, all my good moves are cool. They're cooling off, and I'm like, but I don't want to use Fire Blast. I need to save it, and then I'm like, what am I doing? Use Fire Blast. Just kill them. Do it. Finish.
Oh, you know what's something else I would want in a new version of this battle system?
Yeah.
They need to make new items that do new things.
Yeah.
So I want to give my Machamp a pair of sneakers that makes him run faster.
I think that no, there doesn't. That's cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're right. Specific to this game. So like Choice Scarf. Mm-hmm. Is Choice Scarf even in this game?
I think so, but like it just does whatever Choice Scarf does,
Okay, sure, but it's specific to this game.
Yeah,
I like that.
I'm trying to say like give him, not
actual boxing gloves.
Faster.
Like give him actual boxing gloves for punching moves or something.
So I don't hate that, but I'm just saying like they have moves like Quick Claw that make you do an attack quicker, and that's cool. But I'm talking about like there isn't anything that affects like the literal movement speed.
Okay. Oh, you're talking about just the movement speed. Okay.
Yeah, like when I'm just like running around, I want him to be like moving. You know what I mean?
No, that makes sense. Listen, I someone accused me of being a like an alpha Pokemon. I don't know. There was a like a friendly insult after that. But I agree. I love the alpha Pokemon, but they're so slow.
You think so?
Yeah. I love my alpha Pokemon. I get so excited. I got an alpha Goodra. I got an alpha Drampa. I got an alpha Sableye.
They're slower than normal Pokemon?
I feel like they are. Yeah. Maybe they're not slower, but maybe they just
same. It's an illusion.
You know what? Yeah, maybe what it is that they have a. Do they have a? I feel like they do have. Do they have a bigger hitbox? Is that real?
I have to think the answer is yes, but I couldn't.
I have no idea.
There's something. Yeah, the hitboxes in this game are quite loose. So I'm not sure. It doesn't affect too much. Yeah, there's rarely a time when I'm playing this game where I'm like, oh, if only Machamp was skinnier,
Yeah, definitely.
All right, how do we want to wrap this up?
Yeah, I'm looking at the time right now. It's been a little while.
I know.
Man. I don't know. I think this was fun to catch up. I kind of wish we were able to catch up a little bit more regularly when some of this stuff was developing, because we would have had a lot more positive episodes, and now we're just kind of deflated on episode 2.
No. Let me tell you, I'm not deflated at all. This is the most fun I've had playing a video game all year. I think it's my favorite game of the year. There's still some stuff that I'm maybe not actually, but it's up there. And I am going to put many, many more hours into this game.
Yeah.
I thought that the trailer for the DLC was masterful. It got me so excited. It's a kind of gameplay first approach to post-launch content that I really like, because it assumes that you are at the peak of your power, and then says, let me give you something to do with you at the peak of your power. Whereas a lot of Pokemon add additional content. It's like, oh, are you really strong? Sorry, just okay,
use new Pokemon.
You're supposed to catch a new team. Here's some idiots. Okay, and I feel like this is a really good approach to DLC. I am filled with enthusiasm over it, and I think that it is going to emphasize the parts of this game that I really like, which are the kind of emergent battling, just like getting new Pokemon or whatever. I'm so excited to put like Mr. Rhyme on my team, take him online. And I also got to say, so they announced that when the next trailer is coming out, I think it was the 16th of November. And did you see that? You know what I'm talking about?
The 6th of December?
16th of November is they announced
there's a
when the next trailer.
Yes, I did see that. Yeah.
Okay. November 19th, excuse me. And obviously they'll reveal a couple new megas in that trailer. And then they said there was another part of that where it said coming soon, so there's more stuff to reveal. What I'm hoping for now is that I think the size of this DLC is chunky. Showing that Game Freak logo at the beginning of the campaign, I was like, oh, sick, let's go. So now my new hope is this. I would like a new multiplayer mode in this DLC. That is my hope.
Dude.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry if people without the DLC, you're gonna be like, but I can't play it. I don't care. Get in line. Pay $30. I don't care. Yeah, that's right. I'm kicking you out. I don't care. If it could be a co-op thing. It could be, but I think like how sick would it be if you and I could go into one of these runs together.
That would be fun.
Go into the
that is going to
Lumios
exist.
run.
That has to exist.
I think so
that
too.
has to
I
exist.
think so too.
That has to exist.
I was looking at that shit and I was like, they could definitely do this.
I even feel like ranked online currently is not even that. There's nothing to it. I mean, it's fun.
I need more.
It's fun.
I need more.
Yes. Yeah. Bro.
So that's my hope.
That has to exist. I don't know. I guess I want to monologue and just read all. I'm realizing how many notes I took that I haven't even referenced because we just finished. But these are just quotes from NPCs.
Let's save it for next time. We'll have a more structured conversation.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Notes heavy.
Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Well,
because I've got some notes.
All right, those are our notes.
Oh, and really quick, somebody said it in the chat, but I want to do online battles where it's 2v2, 2 players versus like teams.
Oh yes, that sounds good. That sounds good. I want to do that. Yeah,
dude.
Oh, so good.
All right.
That's Notes on Pokemon. See you guys.
Notes on Pokemon.
Bye.